Back in August, Lightyear Frontier was announced to the world as a Xbox and PC exclusive for now, and hopefully we're going to be seeing it released next year. No confirmed release dates as of yet, and have really only revealed a small smutterings of info. But we got a brand new trailer last night, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute, giving a little bit more focus on the actual mech suits themselves, and a little bit more info about what to expect in this 4-player immersive farming sim. I can't wait to get down for this. I love the idea of running around a sort of world filled with exotic plants, gathering resources from fauna as well as maybe meteorites, and doing that all while helping each other out. As part of a big event, I do believe in Canada last night or somewhere, they had pretty much an overview of the Mech Suit. I call it a suit, it is a proper mech. And as a rundown of lots of information. So I'm going to go through all this. Leave a like, make sure you subscribe. The best in crafting, farming and survival games content, and let's go. So the second trailer was only really short, and we're not expecting any kind of release date until way until next year. It's not going to suddenly just drop out of nowhere this year, unfortunately. But it does look cool. Look at the way that you can have stuff on your mech. It looks worn, it looks beaten as well. It looks like it's something a farmer would actually use, and you've got your character inside. Originally, I thought you might stay just in your mech suit the whole time, but thinking about it, they do show some buildings in the background that look like they'd be a little bit too small for a mech suit to get inside, and the character art at the end of this trailer does show your character sitting on top of the mech suit. So I'm guessing we will be running around as a person, unless it's going to kind of do that just animation thing where it shows us in the suit, and when we get to a house, suddenly we'll just teleport in the house as a character. So the mech, simple and sturdy, a good mech you'll make your mark on an environment. You can have a bunch of different attachments and customizable parts, and you can really make it change. One game I covered a while ago, Biomutant, had a mech suit in it that you could chop and change and customise, and it allowed you to get from place to place. And I really liked this mechanic, and I love the fact that you could actually mix up how it looked. So if Lightyear Frontier can do that similar sort of thing, I'm going to be down for this. Running around, foraging for parts that you're going to need, or maybe having to progress up a skill tree to unlock some of them. So in the beginning, you're not going to be necessarily growing the most outlandish crops possible. It will be just wheat and common stuff that you're used to. You'll bring seeds with you from the journey from Earth, so we know this isn't obviously Earth, it's an alien planet. And that's how you start beginning your farm. You see on the left hand side we've got like the drill and what looks to be a grabber. Then on the right side we have it kind of turning or rotating, so it's the same sort of set of items. But you can clearly see we've got something where it is pushing out fertilizer, so that's what that is, it's not actually a grabber. And then we've got a sucker. And of course then we do have the more exotic plants which look like colourful variations of corn. This one's called Chromaze here, and it looks gorgeous, it does look nice. It looks like you will also be able to just grow a little bit more random plants around your farm as well, not necessarily all just in planter boxes. So we will have full-blown fields that you can tend to. And again, it seems super easy just to go around splurging a bunch of dirt somewhere and then just popping your seed in and then watering it. We really get to see the swappable tools in action here, so there's definitely at least 4 different types that you've got. And these are only the basic ones. We're going to have to go and unlock all of the new ones later on. Now they showed off some of the HUD elements on Twitter a little while ago. And you can clearly see basic stuff going on, like temperature and weather. I'm hoping there's some danger from storms and stuff like that. You've got your inventory and there will be a weight system to it. Then we've got the main attachments on both of your arms. And then it looks to be like we've got E, I'm guessing. That might be something like eyesight to see if there's special crops nearby, like a focus. B for building, H for lights, and then Q, I'm not too sure. Kind of almost looks like a band-aid, but not, like maybe just some sort of mechanical thing. We've also got a temperature gauge as well. It does look like we might have to be careful about overheating the mech suit if it gets too hot, or if we're doing a certain action and it goes red, we might not be able to do that until we upgrade. So no obviously release details as of yet. As I said, I think we're a long way off, probably not till like the middle of next year or maybe the end of the year. But they are starting to show more progress and have said they're going to keep us informed and show a little bit more now going forward. So I'm really excited and looking forward to this massively. I love farming games, I just never had the chance to play them on my main survival channel as much, because although they share a lot of elements, they're still just a bit too cozy for my main survival audience. So I'm hoping you guys enjoy this kind of thing as much as I do. And yeah, I'm totally down to do a little bit of different kinds of farming. What I really like about this is the way that you use some of your attachments to move stuff around the environment, like moving that rock. And then yeah, you can just double up on stuff to make things quicker. Obviously we've got silos and windmills in the background as well. And so obviously storing it and making sure we're building the right kind of storage facilities and stuff is going to be important. And yeah, I'm hoping there's going to be even more customization with some of that stuff as well. So far, there's no indication that there's going to be a lot of combat in the game, and I've not seen anything that says you're going to be fighting off aliens and stuff. I kind of hope there is some element of that, a little bit. We know there's a mysterious door in the first trailer. So even if that was the only time you actually had some combat options where you'd face off against some creatures in dungeons, rather than just flooding all over the world or they're all going to come and attack you. We've seen that kind of from Scrap Mechanic already, where we've got the haybots that will come and attack your crops on a regular basis. And although it's good, it still lends itself more to a survival action game rather than a cozy sim game. So to keep things interesting, yeah, I definitely feel like customization and different ways to make your farm original is something that you really need if it hasn't got a lot of combat in it. Now this was all put up on the Steam page, and there was some other additional information that I hadn't seen before, so I'm going to rattle some of this off now. You can, or you will be able to, splice genes from domesticated animals. You basically can make and craft your own style creatures. Whole genetic system's been added to the game. That sounds really good, and that might be why there's not much combat in the game if they're going to focus on stuff like that, which is great news. The Steam post or info does also confirm that, yep, weather is going to be a big deal, making sure you're going out in the right temperatures and stuff or avoiding certain hazards. And something really interesting, it says join an interstellar neighbourhood, partner up with your local scanner satellite and befriend your off-planet neighbours. Does that mean we can have 4 players on 4 different planets, or is it going to be like a buddy system where you can maybe swap or sell stuff to other players, or maybe it'll just be NPCs that you buy stuff from? There will be first person and third person, it does confirm it in the features list as well. And as we saw from that cave door again, there will be some sort of mystery or story to be solving. And maybe a bit obvious, but yes, there will be 4 seasons for us to plant and sow our seeds and stuff to get more use out of different times. And I guess mix it up a little bit so we're growing certain things in summer, certain things in winter, like all good farming games should have. Very, very excited for this one. We get any brand new news, I'll be all over it on this channel, and you probably will still see some of this covered in my survival show, in my weekly survival news videos as well, so make sure you can sub to that one too, and I'll be back for more info about Lightyear Frontier very soon. Bye bye.